What's going on, guys? In this video, we're going to be going over what the best and worst items in the shop are in Animation Throwdown. Most items in the shop are purchased with in-game currency, with a few requiring actual money. The different in-game currencies are coins, which are also known as Nixons in the community, gems, and golden turds. Whether you're a mostly free-to-play player to a light to moderate spender, this is going to be my guide to help you maximize your gems and not waste your money on useless crap if you are considering spending in this game at all. We'll be going section by section covering multiple items. First up, we're going to take a look at the Items tab. The first item we're going to be taking a look at is the Research Accelerator. This is one item that you absolutely should have. The in-game description describes it as an item that significantly reduces research times, and that description is spot on. It will increase your speed to research combos anywhere from 12.5 to 50% faster. If you take a look at this chart that I put together, without the accelerator, your basic research time for just a common card is 1 hour. That increases exponentially to 8 hours when you try and factor in rare or epic cards with a common. And once you start working with legendaries and mythics, you're looking at a ludicrous 48 to 96 hours of research time. That's 2 to 4 days of not being able to use a combo because you're waiting on it to finish researching, which is horrible. In comparison, with the accelerator, that research time for basic common cards drops down to just 15 minutes, and even rares and epics drop dramatically to a reasonable 2 to 6 hours of research time per combo. Your legendary cards also drop to just 24 hours, and mythics will only take you a 48 hours max. If there's only one purchase you ever make in this game, this should be it. Whether you're a brand new player just starting out, or you're looking to play this as a mostly free-to-play player, this is one item you don't want to skip on. It's a one-time purchase of $9.99, and you'll have it forever. It's a permanent unlock. For the price of just 1 month of Netflix, you'll be able to research your combos faster and build up your deck's power much more quickly. And in this game, being able to combo your cards is key. The next item we're going to be talking about is the VIP Pass. This one is optional, but honestly, I highly recommend it. It increases your adventure energy maximum capacity by 10, gives you the automatic maximum ad boost, and gives you 85 gems per day. Here's what all of that means and why it's awesome. The increase in adventure energy directly translates to more coins and golden turds for you, as you have more energy to farm with. Or, if you're still working on completing the adventure quest line, it means you'll be able to complete it that much quicker and start being able to farm and collect more rewards. The ad boost is one of my favorite perks of it too. As you may or may not know, normally you have the option to watch up to 3 advertisement videos every few hours to increase your reward drops, with the first video giving you 5 gems. There are also 3 ad loot crates in the game that the game gives you each day, where you can open it by watching an advertisement video to receive coins, and then adventure and arena energy refills, and if you're extremely lucky, a rare pack of cards. There's also a third research pod for combos that normally requires you to watch an ad before you're able to use it. The VIP Pass eliminates all of that. You can use the third pod and open your ad crates without having to watch any ads, and you'll always have the maximum loot multiplier bonus active without having to watch any ads either, which is a huge perk in and of itself. The multiplier for maximum ad boost that it grants you is a 50% increase in coin drop from arena and adventure matches. You're also 1.5 times more likely to receive hero tokens from arena battles, and you receive 2.5% more golden turds from farming in adventure mode. Those 5 free gems from watching the initial first ad video that I mentioned earlier is also worked into your daily 85 gems, so you legit never have to watch ads with this thing. And that's honestly my favorite part about it. It's only $9.99, and all of these effects last for 30 days. If you love playing this game and are a daily player, then this item is well worth it. What's cool too is you don't have to worry about it auto-charging you for a renewal or any kind of BS like that. The game will alert you when it has expired, and it will ask you if you would like to renew it, but it won't auto-renew it like most subscription-based things will do. So if for whatever reason you see yourself not wanting to continue with the game, or you want to take a break from playing for like a month or so, you don't need to worry about getting charged. A couple important notes I want to mention though, is that in order to receive your daily 85 gems, you do need to log into the game every day for the 30 days to receive them each day. If you skip a day, you're not going to get those 85 gems for that day that you skipped. Also, for your ad crates, the game does give you 3 every day, but you can only ever have 3 maximum in your inventory at any given time. So there's no point in not opening them. But yeah, I highly recommend this item to all players. Even if you're looking to stay mainly free to play, it will save you time not having to watch advertisements, and it's a great way to build up gems. Between the daily gems from the VIP and the daily quest rewards you'll get from just playing the game every day, you'll have enough gems to do both special deal pulls on a box in under a month and a half. It's truly a great investment, and it's one that I use myself every month. The next item is the Giggity Wot Amplifier. This gives you 100 watts a day and lasts 7 days. This is honestly one of the best deals in the shop, and it's actually the best Giggity Watt deal in the entire game. It's even better than the Ultra Giggity Watt pack sale that you'll sometimes see from time to time in the shop. It equates to 700 watts a week for $4.99. In comparison, this same amount of money only buys you 400 gems in the shop if you're going to try to buying out the gems flat out. The Ultra Giggity Watt sale, for those who aren't familiar with it, is a flat 100 gems for 100 watts trade, with a maximum cap set at 40, which means that you can only ever get watts at one time from it for 4,000 gems. Here's the full breakdown. The closest you can buy gems flat out from the shop to that is 4,500 gems for $50. Buying the Giggity Watt Amplifier for 6 weeks in a row will give you 4,200 watts for only $30. That's 200 more watts for $20 less. As amazing of a deal as this is though, if you're just starting out, you honestly don't need this item right away. This is a good item if you're at a point where you have a metric crap ton of legendary cards in your inventory that need leveling, as it takes about 1,800 watts to completely quad fuse and max out a legendary card. If you're still working with commons, rares, and epic cards, you're better off focusing on recycling your lower quality cards first to improve your other ones. So for example, you're going to want to recycle your common cards for watts to improve your rares, recycle your rares to improve your epics, and so on and so forth. The next item that we're going to be taking a look at is the card inventory upgrade. This item permanently increases your inventory capacity by 50 cards. Unlike the other entries thus far, this one costs gems instead of actual currency. Honestly, this is not an item most players will need. If you're still newer to the game and starting out, save your gems. Your main goal should be to try and develop your deck to become all legendary and higher at some point. So if you find yourself starting to hit the maximum card capacity, don't panic. It just means that it might be time for you to purge your lower class cards such as commons and rares. It's also okay to recycle epic cards if it's to make space for your growing collection of legendaries. You just want to do it in small increments as you amass your collection. A common fallacy that many players fall victim to is the thought process that, oh, these epic cards have served me so well in the past, so even though I'm not currently using them because I have legendaries now, I think I might want to hold on to them for the future just in case. Let me tell you, this train of thought is a trap. Trust me, I've been there where you guys are before myself. And do you want to know how many of those epic cards that I held onto thinking I would ever need to use them again? Not a single one. That's why I eventually ended up burning them all for watts, with the exception of a few epic pre-combo cards. But anyways, I digress. The point I'm trying to make is that until you reach that point where you have enough legendary characters and items to run a full deck of them that are either dual or quad fused out so that you don't even need your epic cards anymore, this isn't really an item that you're going to be needing. If you do end up where you do need it though and do spend the 250 gems on it, then be prepared and keep in mind the price does increase by 250 gems each time you do it. And the last item under the items tab is the Adventure Energy upgrade. For $9.99, it permanently increases your maximum Adventure Energy capacity by 25, which is pretty significant. I think this is a great item, well worth the money, as it directly corresponds to helping you finishing your adventure quest line quicker, and it directly impacts you in allowing you to farm more watts and turds from adventure islands that you've completed Onyx Mastery on, as you have more energy to play more matches with. Now we're going to talk about the Featured tab. This is the area of the shop where you can find the current limited time offers. They usually include some sort of gem bundle with either cards, mythic stones, golden turds, or other fun stuff. This is also where you can find other special limited deals like the Ultra Giggity Watt pack that I mentioned earlier, hero token packs, and much more. All of the items and bundles that you'll see in this tab are usually limited to a finite amount of times that you can purchase it, and they are on a set timer till they rotate out for different deals, so be sure to check it out daily for the newest offers. One thing I do want to mention, though, in regards is to premium heroes like John Redcorn and the Giant Chicken. Currently, you can only unlock those two premium heroes, as well as Zoidberg, through either in the shop here, or as rewards from the Swole Club Challenge when it's going on, or the Mom's Mystery Box. They are not included in the hero token pack from challenges. The same goes for the older premium heroes like Zap, Ricky, Spanish, Jean, and Consuela. While those particular ones there that I just named are obtainable from the daily challenge rewards, they do not drop from those unless you first unlock them from the shop. So be sure to keep a lookout for whenever a certain hero that you're looking for as tokens are available for grabs, just in case you want to unlock them. Now let's take a look at the cards tab. Here's where you're going to be spending most of your time in the shop. This is where you can get booster packs with in-game currency. You can get a basic pack for 1,000 Nixon coins. This pack can give you one random card, and that card can be any common or rare card, and it does have the potential to be either an epic or a legendary card as well, though epics and legendaries are pulled from a limited pool for those. You'll notice that there's also a buy max option for the basic packs. There's literally no difference between the single pull and then the buy max option. It's simply there for the sake of convenience. Pulling cards single or in bulk provides the exact same odds. There's not one that's better than the other. My friend I Am Here for the Win and I both tested this out by saving up to the maximum coin capacity of 500,000 coins and compared our results between him doing all single pulls and me doing a bulk pull of all of mine. The results were more or less the same for how many of each rarity we received. The next pack that you can buy is a rare pack. This pack gives you 2 cards with 1 guaranteed rare or higher, and it does cost 150 gems. Honestly, you should never buy this pack. It is a complete waste of your gems in my opinion. You're better off saving your gems for box pulls, as those were guaranteed to be epics at the bare minimum, and you can get legendaries from it. The next pack is the Super Epic Pack. There's the option of buying 1 pack for 250 gems, or you can get 11 of them for 2,500 gems. The Super Epic Pack gives you 3 cards with 1 guaranteed epic or higher. It includes every input card in the game. What that means is that you can get any character and any item from them. What you can't get, though, are pre-combo cards from it. You can click on the potential cards there in-game to see all the potential cards that you can draw from. One big draw to these packs that draws a lot of people in is that on top of being able to score premium legendary cards from them, there's also the chance at getting a free mythic card. That's right, if you're extremely lucky, the pack will drop 1,000 mythic stones to grant you a free mythic card. It's the equivalent of winning the lottery in this game. While these packs are definitely better than the rare pack, though, once again, I personally think that this is a waste of gems because your odds of drawing a legendary card are pretty low and your odds of getting a mythic are even lower. On top of that, the Super Epic Packs are actually a reward you can get from the daily challenges if you use your Wonder Wharf coins on them, so you're much better off just using those to purchase these packs than precious gems. From time to time, you'll also might see the Legendary Pack in the shop. It's usually like around 1,500 gems they'll charge you for 1 legendary card. This is another pack you're going to want to avoid, because in my opinion, 1,500 gems is way too much for just 1 legendary card. You're better off putting those gems towards box pulls, especially those special deals, which we'll touch on in a bit. And the last type of pack in the game is the Golden Pack. This is the only item in the game that you can use your golden turds to purchase. For 1,000 golden turds, it gives you 1 card from a limited pool of cards. The pool of cards is based on whatever the current battleground effect is and rotates out accordingly. You can tell when the cards will rotate, as well as when the next BGE will start based on that timer you're seeing there under the description. Like with Super Epic Packs, you can see all of the potential cards by clicking on it in-game there. What's cool about these is that they allow you to draw only epic and legendary cards for the current BGE, so it's a great way to help you build a deck to play towards the bonus. Unfortunately, you can't get a mythic from these, but unlike Super Epic Packs, you can get pre-combos from these, so you can get legendary and epic pre-combos from this. And lastly, you'll be able to find current boxes in the game in this tab. These are what you should be putting your gems towards. Each box contains 1 legendary power combo card, 2 to 3 legendary items, 2 to 3 legendary characters, 2 epic pre-combo cards, and a handful of epic items. The items and pre-combos usually correspond to the current active BGE. Each pull from the box gives you 1 card and some bonus legendary stones, with a chance for those legendary stones to actually convert into mythic stones. There are a couple pull options for you. You can do single pulls from the box for 450 gems each, or if it's your first time pulling through the box, you can do special deal pulls. There are 2 types of special deals. The first special deal pull gives you 3 cards from the box, and it costs 800 gems. Once you do the first special deal pull, it is now replaced with a new special deal pull that now costs 3,500 gems. However, that jump in cost also is a huge jump in what you're getting, because that second special deal pull gives you 10 cards, with at least 2 of them guaranteed to be legendary cards. After doing both special deal pulls, you can only do single pulls from that point on. And there is a finite number of cards in each box, so it is possible to buy out a box to get every single card in there. It does cost just under 42,000 gems to completely buy out a box if you do end up doing both special deal pulls. So if you were wondering how much you needed to save up to buy out a complete box, that's how much you need to save. If you want to save up to do both special deal pulls, it's 4,300 gems to do that. One thing to keep in mind too, if you do buy every copy of each card from a box, the box will reset to 0, and you can continue to pull from it to try to get more copies of the cards in it. However, the special deals do not reset. So after buying out a box completely for the first time, you'll only be able to do single pulls on that second time through, should you choose to continue. They release 2 boxes a week, one on Monday and one on Thursday. The Monday box is usually a re-release of previous boxes. So if you previously purchased a box that ends up being re-released on a Monday and want to try pulling from it again to complete a quad fuse, well then I have some good news for you. Even if you bought both special deals the last time the box was around, since this is technically a re-release and thus a new deal, those special deals have reset, so you can do both of them again to try to complete your quads if you want to. The box that they release every Thursday is always going to be a new box with the newer cards that they introduced into the game for the current BGE. By definition, the newer cards are stronger than the older cards, thus the Thursday boxes are generally the better buy versus the Monday ones. I do put out a box review video of the new Thursday boxes every week on my channel, so if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe so that you can stay in the loop on what boxes are worth your gems and which ones you might want to pass up on. Next up is the Gems tab. As I mentioned earlier, you can just buy straight gems. However, I do not recommend this, as you'll get much more bang for your buck buying the gem bundles from the Featured tab. For the same price as the straight gems, the bundles will usually give you the same or almost the same amount of gems on top of some other premium stuff like mythic stones, so always be on the lookout for good bundles. One thing though on the mobile version of the game that you might notice there is that there is an option for free gems under the Gems tab. You can earn gems by completing offers through the game's in-game offer wall. This is a great tool to get free gems, especially if you're a free-to-play player. A lot of these are free to do and simply require you to do simple tasks like install and run an app, or install and complete a task in an app. Full disclosure though, you're going to want to be very wary of these, as the company that runs it is a third party, not owned or operated by Kong, and the company that runs it, Supersonic, is notorious for not paying out for completed offers. So if you do these, my advice is to screenshot or record everything from start to finish, as you will need proof to file a claim with them if an offer doesn't pay out. This is especially true if it's an offer that requires you to make a purchase of some sort. I personally almost never use the offer wall anymore because of an extremely bad experience I had with them. So use it at your own risk. And that's pretty much all of the items. If there's one reason you should spend any money in this game at all though, it's this. Making any purchase in-game where you spend $1 or more will give you the Wot Expander item. This item permanently increases the maximum Giggity watt capacity from 5,000 to 20,000. This is major, as it helps you from hitting a wall and getting stuck in a position where your card's inventory is full and you're unable to recycle cards to make room by being stuck at that 5,000 watts cap. If for whatever reason though you decide you don't want to spend any amount of money on this game and you do ever end up in that position, don't panic. you can email Congregate support and they can delete your Wots so that you can start recycling again to clear your inventory so that you can keep playing the game. If you do think that you might want to spend either a little bit or end up thinking you might be a big spender in this game at some point, I do have a few more tips and tricks for you to help you save some money. The major one being, don't buy items directly from your phone in the shop if you're playing on mobile. You can save money by logging onto the game from a PC from Kong's website. The PC version of the game replaces all actual currency pricing with Kong's digital currency called creds. $1 is equal to 10 creds. You can buy creds from the Congregate website in-game, and they offer bonus creds by buying more bundles of it at once. So for example, you can see here, the $100 cred package gives you 150 bonus creds. That's the equivalent of $15 free with the $100 purchase. So if you see yourself being a big spender in this game, this is definitely the way to go. Keep in mind, your first time doing this, your screen may look a little different from mine here, as the bigger bundle options there that are beyond the $100 mark don't unlock until you've bought the current highest bundle that you're allowed to buy. So for example, that $250 one won't be available until you first buy the $100 one for the first time, and likewise the $500 one won't be available until you buy the $250 one. There are a few other ways that you can save a bit more too, that involve GameStop gift cards and other apps and the like. However, I don't personally use those methods, so I won't be covering them here, as I don't feel comfortable endorsing something that I don't personally use myself. Feel free to post in the comments section though if you would like to detail any of the other legitimate methods that you may use to save money if you want to help your fellow players out. One last thing I'd like to mention is if you want to stay in the loop on my thoughts on the current featured deals and bundles as they are released, as well as my thoughts on the Monday re-release boxes and more, be sure to follow me on my Facebook. The link will be in the description of the video below. And that's going to do it for my guide to the shop and Animation Throwdown. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has definitely been my biggest project to date, so if you enjoyed the video and found it helpful, please go ahead and smash that like button, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Unlike the items in the shop, it's free. Thanks again for watching, guys. Till next time, peace.